feel that they can contact us. I'm here at Trinity School this morning. We've been talking to young people about how West Berkshire Council can better engage with them. We're really keen to hear their voices, and we want to know what mechanisms will enable them to feel that they can contact us. Children have been very much on my mind this week because Ofsted have been in reviewing our children's services, and we await details of that report coming out in due course. But not only children. Last night we had full council where we talked about the situation in Ukraine. I was pleased that there was unanimous support for my motion for how the council can support both the Ukrainian situation and those people coming to the UK. We are about to put in place the Ukraine Support Hub and work in partnership with Greenham Trust and the Volunteer Centre West Berkshire to make sure we can facilitate a wraparound support here in West Berkshire.
Of twists and turns here in Westminster. I'm here all day with all the Brexit latest, but before that, the sport and the weather. Jesus Christ, it's like an episode of Don't Tell the Bride. There's some complete f***ing bellend running around 7 days before the big day, pissing his pants, not a f***ing clue what he's doing, hasn't organised the car, the catering, the flowers. I thought I could come in on a jet ski. No. Are you sure about the jet ski? No. What about an aquatic personal watercraft? That's a f***ing jet ski, Teresa. No one wants the jet ski. Shut up about the f***ing jet ski. She's got one thing right, though. The UK has slid into a crisis, slowly and surely over 10 painful years. And who got us here? This day of twists and turns here in Westminster. I'm here all day with all the Brexit latest, but before that, the sport and the weather. Jesus Christ, it's like an episode of Don't Tell the Bride. There's some complete f***ing bellend running around 7 days before the big day, pissing his pants, not a f***ing clue what he's doing, hasn't organised the car, the catering, the flowers. I thought I could come in on a jet ski. No. Are you sure about the jet ski? No. What about an aquatic personal watercraft? That's a f***ing jet ski, Teresa. No one wants the jet ski. Shut up about the f***ing jet ski. She's got one thing right, though. The UK has slid into a crisis, slowly and surely over 10 painful years. And who got us here? This lot. This gaggle of obdurate, arrogant, stubborn, unrepentant, heartless bunch of self-serving who have spent the last 3 years trying to keep their useless, irrelevant political parties together while sleepwalking the country into a food blender. Every MP in that building should bow their head in shame. You know, I had more respect for this useless bunch of during the expenses scandal. You know, at least that particular Omni suggested a modicum of ingenuity, a bit of in brain. At least someone in the country was getting something out of it, even if it was just a free duck house. What a fight. Yeah, exactly. How did this happen? Seriously? Do you mean how did we end up with Brexit? That's like asking why is the moon there? Okay, all right, simple answer? Simple answer, they broke the contract. Okay, we are all obsessed in this country with your average Leave voter. That stereotype of an over 50 southern gammon-faced male reader who wants to turn the UK into a neoliberal deregulated paradise. But your average Leave voter explains nothing because they were always going to vote Leave no matter what. It's your marginal Leave voter that explains everything. 26% of UKIP voters in the 2015 election voted as a protest against the three main parties. You translate that sentiment to the referendum and boom! These are the people that saw their prospects go down the who lost their job stability, who had to move house because of the bedroom tax, who suddenly saw no prospect of their kids going to university, that had their disability benefits denied by some corporate box-ticking. We are in this mess because they broke the contract between a citizen and his government. A government's basic job is to extort money from the working people in the form of taxes. I'll have some of that, thank you very much, and we're fine with that, so long as the government redistributes that money wisely and fairly. Austerity broke the contract. When you make a conscious choice not to invest in education and at the same time massively rack up the private cost of further education, you break the contract. When you outsource the distribution of benefits to private companies whose main motivation is profit, you break the contract. When the private sector decides who deserves help and who doesn't, the government is essentially saying it can't do its job. It's given up on delivering. Housing, the entire UK economy is basically a massive laundry for Russian dirty money via the property market, which inflates prices so that most people can barely afford rent, let alone a deposit for a house. This would never happen in a country with reasonably functioning institutions with the well-being of its citizens at its heart. These are all massive public policy failures which has led to a breakdown of trust between the electorate and the government. You sprinkle a tiny bit of it's immigrants' fault and we pay the EU too much, it's going to resonate with the have-nots and the struggling. That's how populism works. It masks political failure by blaming others. We have a first-past-the-post democratic system that doesn't work, that disenfranchises massive swathes of the electorate. 4 million people voted UKIP in 2015. They end up with 1 MP. That's not healthy for anyone. You live in a safe parliamentary seat. You don't have a say, not really. And yet we're amazed when there's a vote that actually matters and the people vote for you and you're better off in. I have to get my groceries from a food bank. They wanted to send a message. They did not want the status quo, and that's how you get Brexit. Brexit was sold to us as a panacea. In fact, it's the opposite. But Brexit has achieved one thing. Whilst Brexit won't solve any of our underlying problems, it has exposed them. Our constitution, our institutions, our democratic system, and our politicians, they are not fit for purpose. If they don't deliver Brexit soon, they have failed at their jobs. But if they do, at this late stage, they will be knowingly and willingly f***ing the country up the pipe. So either way, Parliament's thin veneer of competency will finally be entirely worn away. This is the empire coming back to bite. Brexit is Pax Britannica coming home to roost. By taking back control, we have revealed to the world that our country is out of control. The UK chooses irrelevance. The UK chooses to give up its seat at the table. The geopolitical cost is immeasurable, not just because of Brexit, but because of this demonstration of our constitutional impotence. We're about to become a rogue state. We are about to become balkanised. Welcome to Great Britain, self-obsessed with its own importance whilst being fed for breakfast to any and all trading blocs who are feeling a bit peckish. Welcome to Great Britain, a middling economy with a power vacuum at its heart with no idea where to go next. It's going to be brutal. China, Japan, the US, they're all circling for their Brexit dividend. The UK has ceased to function, and to top it all off, we have a Prime Minister who's gone rogue. The Maybot has turned into HAL from 2001, and all passengers and crew are expendable. Strong and stable. Where's Guy Fawkes when you need him? You know, I voted Remain, okay? But I've always considered myself to be a bit of an EU sceptic. But now I'm a UK sceptic. You know my overwhelming emotion? No, not anger. Sadness. It's so sad. Thank you, John. Well, we could do with some better weather here because it's all doom and gloom here in Westminster. Coming up, I spoke earlier with Amber Rudd.
I'm here at Trinity School this morning. We've been talking to